Hello everyone, I'm Emmanuel from Majesties and I'm so glad to have you watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please remember to hit the subscribe button so that you'll always be updated whenever I release new lessons. Today, I'm going to be showing you a lesson on how to play some passing chords in the key of F sharp. Now, if you're interested in the full DVD of the key of F sharp, that means you want to know much more about movements in the key of F sharp, like more passing chords, some voicings, movements in praise songs, movement in worship songs, and those kind of nice sounding chords in the key of F sharp. I'll also put the link to the full DVD below this video. I've also done many other courses like the key of C sharp. I have a full DVD on that. I have a full DVD on how to play hymns, and also recently I've introduced some bass guitar courses. For those of you who are starting out on the bass guitar and you want to know those licks, cycle of fourths and how to apply all those kind of things, in conjunction with my good friend Caleb, we're bringing you those bass guitar courses. And more instruments are coming up, so check all the links to my courses and resources to my website, MAJESTY'S below this video, and you'll be blessed. So let's get straight into this lesson.
Welcome to Majesty's House of Music. I'm Caleb Fadhili. I'm going to be taking you through today's lesson. Just a few passing chords on the key of F sharp. So that's the key we are going to be using, the key of F sharp. For those who have long hands, you can voice it that way. For those who don't have, just voice it this way. Although this sounds much better. So we are going to be doing a few passing chords on the key of F sharp. So this is the progression I'll be using, and then I'll teach you how to insert passing chords in between the progression. So this is our progression. We're going to start from the 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 to the 5. That's a 1/5 actually. And then so that's the progression. So let's play it as a whole. So off to our first chord, our 1, to our 2. Again, if you don't have long hands like mine, you can voice it this way. So to our 3, basically that's 1/3. I'm using a 1 chord. Then to the 4, basically I'm playing a B chord, a B major chord. That's a B, a D sharp, and F sharp on my left hand, and on my right hand I'm playing a C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, and B. So and then I'll make this minor, so I'll drop this to that point. So I'll drop the D sharp to a D to make it a minor. Then I'll do the same thing on my left, so I'll do something like. So as you can see, I'm playing minor 4 chord on both hands. But what now I will do with my right hand, I will twirl this note up from the F sharp to the F flat, so it will sound something like. Then to the 5 chord, I'm going to be playing basically the same thing on both hands. So on my left hand I have a C sharp, a G sharp, and an A sharp. And on my right hand I have a C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, and C sharp again. So that one is what I call a 5 over the 1, basically. It's actually a 1 over the 5. Then to my 5 chord, I will play now a 2 chord on my right hand and a 5 chord on my left hand. So I'll do something like. So on my left hand I have a C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. And on my right hand I have a B, a D sharp, and a G sharp. So then now what you want to do with this chord is to drop the F sharp note on your left hand, drop it to the F to make that a 5 chord. So as you will have a C sharp, F, G sharp, and then on your right hand you had this, so drop the D sharp to the C sharp, so you will have this. Okay, so you had this, drop the F sharp and drop the D sharp, so you'll have this. That's my final 5 chord before I go back to the 1. Then the 1. And if you want to make your 1 more interesting, you can add these 2 notes so that you make it an F sharp add 9, so you can have something of that sort. Or this, whichever kind of inversion you want to use, it's okay. So that's just the progression. So the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, then the 5, so what passing chords can you use? Let's say you want to move from the 1 to the 2. I can use a 6 as a passing chord. So basically this is my 1. So my 1, I want to move to a 2. So I can use a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can use a D sharp as a passing chord. So maybe I played your 1, you want to go to the 2. So you can voice it that way or this way. Let's say you want to now use the passing chord. I'm going to use 6, and I'm going to use this in this form. Check out that chord. On my left hand, I basically have, it's like I have a D sharp major chord. So I have a D sharp, a G, and a B flat. Or an A sharp. Then on my right hand, I have a C sharp diminished 7th chord. That's a C sharp, E, G, and A sharp. Those 4 notes. You can even extend it to the other C sharp so that you have those 5 notes. Have something like. So you have this. So that's our passing chord. So you will have. Then to the 2. So from the 2 we go to the 3. What passing chord can you use to guide you to the 3? We can come to the 4 and use it as a passing chord before going back to the 3. So you can do something like. So So what I did there, I just used a 4 major chord. Really, that was a 4 major chord, a B major chord. So you can see what I did there. That is, I have a B, an F sharp, I have a C sharp, and a D sharp. Then here I just have a B chord. But if you notice what I'm doing, I'm bringing up this D sharp from the C sharp. So I have something like, you can do something like that. And if your hand cannot extend like this, you just voice it like this. You can voice it like this, literally. So you voice it like this. Okay? So you have a B, a C sharp, a D sharp, an F sharp. Then on your right hand you have a B, you have a D sharp, you have an F sharp. So you can either voice it this way. For those who have long hands, you should teach yourself how to stretch. For those who don't have long hands, just do this. So that's just a passing chord to lead us to the 3. So you have your 1 to our 6 to our 2. I said you can voice it that way or that way. Then 3. So from the 3 you are going to the 4. So what you can do, before going to the 4, you can play a 1 chord, but not just a 1 as it is. You can play something like a flat 7 over the 1, which in our case is going to be an E major chord over the F sharp. You can use that one or that one. But in order to make it more interesting, we can make this E a major 7 chord. So you can have something like, okay, so, and even to make it more interesting, you can even add a 9th to that chord. So you can have an E major 7 add 9 chord. So you can have something of this sort. Now that's an E, F sharp, G sharp, B, and D sharp over the F sharp. And now, as you can see, my fingers look as if they are straining. So what kind of voicing will we use to make this look simpler? So we'll just use this voicing. We'll use this voicing so that on your left hand you have an F sharp, a C sharp, and an E on your left hand. And on your right hand you have a G sharp, B, you have a D sharp, and an F sharp again. So that chord. So basically it's an E. This chord as it is an E major 7 add 9, then over the F sharp. So from there we go to the 4, which I said we will voice it like this. Then which brings us to this. Then to the 1 over the 5. To the 1 over the 5. Now, from there we are supposed to go to the 5, which we were playing like this. We're playing like this. To the 1. So, this 5 we have a 1 over the 5, and now we have this. It's like a 2 over the 5 again. So what passing chord can we use between this 1 over 5 and the 2 over 5? So we can use basically a 2 chord. You can either use it as a major or as a minor. For example, if I use it as a major, it will be something like this. It will be a G sharp major chord. But apparently I can also add an F sharp note at the end. So to make it look something like that, to make it a dominant 7 chord. And then I don't have to voice it that way. I can voice it this way. I can voice it this way, starting from the C. If you check properly, I have added also an A sharp note somewhere, so that it looks something like this. I already have the G sharp note on my left hand. So then so this is what you have. You have your 1 to the 6 to the 2 to the 4 as a passing note, then to the 3, then to the 4, then we make it minor, then to the 1 over 5, then to the 2 over 5, which you drop down to that, and back to the 1. So if we play the whole thing, this is how it will sound like. Let's play it again. So to the 6, 2 to the 4, to the 3, to the 1, to the 4, make it minor, then to the 2. So that was just a short lesson on passing notes. I hope you enjoyed, and you can use this to improve your playing. I know most people like to use the key of F sharp, but you don't want to sound like everyone else. You want to sound a bit unique when you're playing. That progression, you can use it in so many different songs. So I'll see you in the next lesson. If you haven't subscribed, remember to click on the subscribe button for more. There are also lessons on our site. I think the link is down here. So yeah, that's it for the lesson, and thank you for watching.